Fallout 76 has always been about experimenting with builds that can break the limits of damage, survivability, and creativity. Every season brings new mechanics, and this one introduced something that completely changes the way combat feels: the Bulletstorm perk system. Most people immediately think of heavy gun builds when they hear Bulletstorm. But today, I want to show you something completely different. This is a Commando build designed to solo the Guardian boss in under 60 seconds. And the centerpiece of it all is the Elder's Mark. The Elder's Mark is one of the most flexible automatic rifles in the game. But in this build, it becomes an absolute monster. I'm running it with quad ammo capacity, rapid fire, VATS optimization, and Pinpointer for critical accuracy. On top of that, the prime receiver pushes base damage higher against tough enemies. The short light barrel helps with control. The recoil compensating stock keeps shots tight. And the large quick eject drum is critical because it reloads so much faster. Reflex sight gives a clean view in VATS, and the suppressor not only adds stealth, but also enhances crit-focused play. Put together, this setup makes the Elder's Mark devastating, especially when stacked with Bulletstorm buffs. What makes this Commando build different is how every piece of it is tuned to maximize critical damage. Before I even engage the Guardian, I make sure to load up on food buffs. Blight Soup adds 30 minutes of boosted crit damage. Brain Fungus Soup can slot in if I want more intelligence and XP gain, while sweet Mutfruit Tea is my go-to for longer fights because it lasts an entire hour. To keep action points flowing, canned coffee is invaluable. You can usually buy it at player camps. Company tea and Nuka-Cola Candy stack with Nuka-Cola Quantum to keep AP regeneration spiking all through the fight. These consumables aren't just luxuries. They're part of the reason this build tears the Guardian down so fast. On top of food, I stack buffs from collectibles and chems. A small gun's bobblehead adds that extra ballistic damage that really matters in crit builds. Overdrive gives me plus 15% raw damage and a huge 30% boost to critical damage for 3 minutes. Tesla Science Issue 8 adds another 50% crit damage on top. When you add those to the base effects of Bulletstorm, the numbers skyrocket. Every VATS shot isn't just damage, it's critical devastation. Now let's look at the actual fight. Some players climb pipes or jump around the arena when facing the Guardian. Me? I stand right in front of the console and let the build do the work. First step is dropping the Guardian's shield, and the easiest way to do that is with a heavy gun that activates Bullet Shield. I use the Pepper Shaker, blasting away while spamming stim packs. The Bullet Shield mechanic cuts through the Guardian's defenses, and even though it can be inconsistent on adventure servers, it's still the fastest way to strip the shield down. Once the shield drops, I immediately swap back to the Elder's Mark. Canned coffee gets popped, I crouch for the stealth bonus, and then I let VATS take over. Every torso shot is crit loaded, stacking damage into the thousands. It's not unusual to see crit numbers hit 5,000 and stay that high all the way through the fight. Within just over 60 seconds, about 63 in my best test, the Guardian was down. That's solo, in an adventure server. No PTS testing, no tricks, just raw build power. Armor plays a big role here as well. I run a full set of Vulcan Power Armor loaded with Troubleshooter's effects to increase damage against robots, which makes sense since the Guardian is mechanical. Ranger's gear adds more range damage, stacking perfectly with the Commando playstyle. Fully hydrated status is always maintained for the passive buffs. Altogether, this creates an armor baseline that enhances damage while still giving enough survivability to take the hits during the shield phase. The real strength of this build lies in the stacking math. Bulletstorm alone contributes 60+% extra damage. Add the bobblehead for 20% more. Add Overdrive for another 15% damage and 30% crit damage. Add Tesla Science for 50% crit. Add sweet Mutfruit Tea for another 100% crit. When all of these stack, every bullet in VATS is amplified far beyond what you'd normally expect from a Commando weapon. That's why the Guardian melts in under a minute. Mutations also fit into the puzzle. I run the standard set I always use for critical and agility synergy, and they all benefit this build. Perks include Covert Operative and Mr. Sandman for stealth damage boosts, especially since the Elder's Mark is suppressed. Legendary perks cover Endurance for survivability, Follow-Through for debuffing enemies, Taking One for the team for group synergy, and Intelligence scaling to maximize critical damage. Strength and Perception bonuses balance the build out further. These aren't exotic perk choices. They're consistent, reliable, and proven to enhance this Commando playstyle. Let's talk about playstyle flow. Step 1. Enter with buffs stacked. Step 2. Strip the Guardian's Shield with Pepper Shaker and Bullet Shield. Step 3. Swap to Elder's Mark, crouch, activate VATS, and let the crits fly. Step 4. Manage AP regeneration with canned coffee and Nuka-Colas. Step 5. Maintain pressure until the Guardian falls. It's simple, repeatable, and efficient. No need for complicated maneuvers or glitchy mechanics. This is pure synergy between Bulletstorm and Crit Commando tactics. The best part? This is a full health human build. You don't have to risk bloodied status or low health mechanics. That makes it accessible to more players while still being insanely powerful. You're tanky enough to take hits, but deadly enough to solo endgame bosses in record time. That balance is rare, and it makes this build one of the strongest options for the new season. For anyone wanting to copy it exactly, here's a quick recap. Elder's Mark with Quad, Rapid, VATS optimization, and Pinpointer. Prime Receiver, Short Light Barrel, Recoil Compensating Stock, Large Quick Eject Drum, Reflex Sight, and Suppressor. Food buffs including Blight Soup, Brain Fungus Soup, Sweet Mutfruit Tea, Canned Coffee, Company Tea, Nuka-Cola Candy, and Quantum. Small Guns Bobblehead, Overdrive, Tesla Science 8, Vulcan Power Armor with Troubleshooters and Rangers. Perks include Bulletstorm cards, Lock and Load, Covert Operative, Mr. Sandman, and Endurance and Intelligence legendary cards. Mutations tuned for agility and crit synergy. Playstyle is Shield Break with Heavy Gun, then Crit Burst with Elder's Mark. Simple as that. Fallout 76 keeps evolving, and every season brings new ways to experiment. With Bulletstorm, most players default to heavy gun spam. But this Commando twist shows just how flexible the system is. The Guardian falling in about a minute proves it, and the fun part is, you can adjust this setup to fit your playstyle. Maybe you prefer different consumables, or a slightly different perk spread. But the foundation is here, and it's solid. So there you have it, my new Commando build for the latest season, optimized with Bulletstorm and focused on maximizing critical damage with the Elder's Mark. It's fun, it's powerful, and it's reliable. Try it out, test it against the Guardian, and see if you can shave your clear time even lower than mine. If this build helps you, make sure to share your results. Drop a comment with your times, your crit numbers, or any tweaks you've made. And of course, remember to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you never miss future guides. Fallout 76 is all about experimenting, and I'll keep bringing you the best builds, farming routes, and strategies to dominate Appalachia.